Hi, my name's Eli Pittman. I'm a student of Chesapeake Bay Governor School, and I flew over to Tangier Island to ask them 3 questions. What does the bay mean to you? How has the bay challenged you at Tangier Island? And how do you see Tangier in 50 years? Halfway through this interviewing, I did take out the how do you see Tangier in 50 years. I just did not like it asking people that question. They did not like it either, so I did take it out.
Okay.
What does the bay mean to you?
The Bay, way of life, like that's however pretty much a strong history and heritage here. And yeah.
What challenges has the bay brought to you?
Isolation. It's hard to get stuff like to and from here, so that's kind of made it difficult.
And how do you see Tangier in 50 years?
Tangier in 50 years, hopefully still here. But honestly, so many people's moved away, so I'm very depleted in people. Very few population. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it could help.
I think as a high school, we're just doing a project about Tangier.
Okay.
What does the bay mean to you?
Hey, it means our living. That's what it is. Tangier's living.
And what challenges has the bay brought to you?
Well, it's hard to go cry up and out. There's some scares. You know, that's a challenge in itself. And the fish got scares. You know.
Thank you.
Okay.
What does the bay mean to you?
The bay, man, it means a lot. It means a livelihood, a way of life. That's what Tangier's been about, is the bay. Of course, it's a threat now. It's ironic what the bay's provided a living for folks here for hundreds of years, and now the bay's threatening to take us away from here. But the bay is very important.
Yeah, leads into my second question. What challenges does the bay provide?
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's about making a living on the bay, harvesting crabs and oysters and fish, and keeping the bay healthy. That's important. Seagrasses, but at the same time, of course, you have storms when you're working on the bay that you have to deal with, but it's the erosion that we're concerned about mainly here. Just losing a lot of land because of the constant wave action, 24/7. Nothing new. It's just getting close now. You focus on it.
After interviewing more and more people, I realized that the local residents didn't like the thought of leaving the island, but you could tell it was in the back of their head. After reading an article by Scientific Reports titled Climate Change and the Evolution and Fate of the Tangier Islands of Chesapeake Bay, they examined the land of Tangier from 1850 to 2013, and their research is shown here in this graph. The year that they project Tangier uninhabitable is 2038. In the next 2 infographics about the town of Tangier, they were found in an article about Eastern Shore Mitigation Plan 2016. In the first infographic, we can see how much land is actually developed, 31% to be exact, and most of it being developed in low-lying areas. This was all information from a survey made in 2011, and in 2001, it was recorded that the highest level on the island was 6 feet above sea level. Now the highest point on the island is a bridge that was barged in for transportation by VDOT. The second infographic seen here is an insurance report from the NIFP in 2016. This shows that all important buildings on the island is threatened by flooding except for the water tower on the island. All people on the island are affected by these buildings, and one of the most important on the island is the Tangier Health Center and Airport. Every day, Tangier is dying from land loss no matter what you believe it is. We have seen it through many generations on and off the island, but especially the locals. Flying over there showed me that this problem needs to be solved quickly before the time runs out,
and the time is definitely slim to none. As I was interviewing the people on the island, they knew I was an outsider in their world. When I interviewed one person and told him where I was from and what I was doing, he said, "Oh, you're from the west side? This can't be good, but I guess I can answer a few questions." It showed me how tight their community was, and I was not mad that this person that I just met called me a bad person because of where I was from. I don't know the reason behind it, but in my mind it's because of the little that we have done for them. They need our help, and it's not just financially. It's becoming a part of their community and working together to keep the island alive.
What I have learned is that Tangier is not just an island. It's a piece of land, and it has its own culture and history. The land has made memories for many and is also the leading provider of salt crabs to all that eat them. In my eyes, the best plan for the island is to use the soil from dredging of the shipping channel and instead of dumping it in the middle of the bay, put the sediment on the island. But it's not just that easy. They also need riparian buffers to stop the erosion, and it's a good way to create habitats and natural barriers from bay to land. In my mind, that makes the most sense and is also the most cost effective. After that is completed, then I think you start the project of a seawall to stop the energy's impact on the island from the bay. I would just like to thank Davey Nichols for flying us over to Tangier and to talk a little about of his family impact on the island. His dad was Dr. Copter. How he got the name was because he flew his helicopter over to Tangier from Whitestone, Virginia, and was the official doctor of Tangier. He was awarded Doctor of the Country in 2006, but has sadly passed, but his legacy is still being done by his son, who now flies the doctor of the island over in his plane.